All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to a brainstorming with TMossBoss video. So in today's video, I actually had talked about this twice. I talked on it briefly in one episode of my not live stream, one episode of my podcast, and I talked on it for like a good portion of another podcast episode. And then I said I was gonna make a video on it. I was gonna make it on this channel, and it's overall an idea for like gaming companies, like more so like Microsoft, Sony, people behind Steam, like those guys and stuff. So here's the thing. So there's this game that I've been playing called The Division 2. I deleted the game yesterday because I was like, this game is not finished. And I'm like, for it to be released like 2 years ago, and they still haven't finished this game, and this game still has like glitches and bugs and problems and all of that. And I'm like, it's just not worth playing. So yeah, I deleted the game. But it's upsetting to me because I'm like, I know that there's gonna be other people out there that buys the game like after me. I know I'm not gonna be the last one to buy it. So my thing is like, and when I played the first division, I thought it was the best game ever. And this second one came out, I lost all interest except recently. Recently I was like grinding in that game left and right, trying to get like certain weapons, but the looting system in there is just all broken. I'm like, I shouldn't have to play the game hours on end on multiple different difficulties just to still get the same crap I would get if I was playing it on the easiest difficulty, and I'm playing it on the hardest difficulty in the whole game. So I'm like, that's just not fair to me, and I'm pretty sure it's not fair to a lot of gamers out there. So here's my thing. I think what Microsoft, Sony, Steam, Epic Games, any like platform out there that sells games, this is what I think that they should do. So gamers are saving their money, and companies like the developers behind these games and these publishing companies are just going to overall stop being lazy and focus on this game and come out with a game that's going to get like a 5. Because my thing is like, do you want to play a game with a 5-star rating, or do you want to play a game with a 1-star rating? My thing is, it's like the whole early access stuff. I like that, and that lets me know like, okay, well, the game is unfinished, so I can't be mad at it. But when you make it seem like that, this is a finished product. This is a product that's like, okay, like, it's like public official release, and it's not letting us know like it's an early access or game preview or anything else. Like, no, you're making it seem like that this game is 100% finished, 100% complete, and it's like, no, it's not. This game is nowhere near complete. It's nowhere near finished. There's games that's in early access right now that plays better than the Division 2. That's like, come on, man. So here's my thing. This is what I think that they should start doing with these games when developers and companies, overall game companies, just want to be lazy and not focus on it. Shut the game down until they do. So, and this is how I think that it should happen. So first day when the game gets released, right? They because that's usually like usually like that's when games be like messing up and all of that crap. So all right, so maybe not like first day, maybe like first week, because first day, like, okay, like a lot of people are playing the game, so overall it's not gonna, probably everybody's not gonna be able to get a chance to play. So maybe like the first week that it gets released, right? First week that it gets released, it overall determines like whether the game is like in an official release, or more so just asking people, is this game finished? Like this game that you just spent full price for? Because this, I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into it before I give off my idea. But is this game finished or not? So you have the option to say yes or no. And if you check yes, then it's like, oh, so it's a poll pretty much to just overall be like, okay, but it's like a poll to like determine whether this game is going to get shut down or not. So people do that. People vote either yes or no. If the majority of the votes is yes, then it's like, okay, then it's like it's released. It's not going to get shut down or turned off until further notice. So people are able to play it, no problem. But if some people did check no, then it's like, okay, ask those people, work on that stuff. And if you guys is like not going to be working on it, then it's like y'all going to have to sit down and discuss like, okay, what are your plans to fix the issues that these people is facing in the game? And it's like, don't just leave them on red. No, listen to them and hear what they have to say. But if the game, if people check no, and the game, they saying that the game is not finished, game shuts down, nobody else can buy it, and overall they gonna have to fix this game and work on it, just like when Batman Arkham Knight, when that game came out and it was all incomplete and messed up, so they shut the game down. And then when they officially released it and they officially was like, done and gave it a 100%, that game got a, what is the ratings for that game now? Arkham Knight, there we go. They need to release Arkham Origins. A 4.4 on GameStop's, out, or 4.4 out of 5 in GameStop's, and 87 in Metacritic. And on Google, Google users, 95% of Google users had liked this game. So overall, after they were, because when that game originally came out, overwhelmingly negative reviews on Steam. They ended up having to shut the game down until further notice, until they fixed it. But I'm like, that's how it needs to be with all games. It's like, because it's just, to me, it's upsetting when it's like you buy a game and the game's not finished and the developers is like, oh, well, we're not going to do it. Like, for an example, Red Dead Redemption. It's like, that game is finished, but the developers refuse to focus on it because they're so focused on Grand Theft Auto. And that's just how it is with Ubisoft. Developers is focused on Rainbow Six Siege. It's like, you have to understand, not everybody's playing Rainbow Six Siege. Not everybody's playing Grand Theft Auto. Focus on the games that y'all release afterwards. Stop like, oh, we're just going to release that just to shut people up. And then we're going to go right back on focusing on the moneymaker. No, that's like, make other games your moneymaker. But and then games like NBA 2K. Now them games, I'm like, yeah, now I feel like maybe that's the game that needs to be, it doesn't get a week long to no, it needs to be a day, because I'm like, with 2K, I'm like, that game. And then WWE with WrestleMania, during WrestleMania, they're promoting the fact that another WWE 2K game is coming out, and I'm like, and that if that game gets a 5-star, then I'll buy it. But if not, then I'm like, I'm not fooling with that game, because look what happened with the last WWE 2K. Then they thought, oh, we'll release this Battlegrounds or whatever, and think that that'll take people's minds off of it. And it's like, no, sit down, focus on the game, focus on the issues, focus on the problems. When it's all glitchy and bugged out, then it's like, all right, then fix it. But if y'all ain't gonna fix it, and it's like, I think that it should be left up to us. So it's like, because y'all ain't gonna do nothing with it. So I think it should be left up to us to stop other people from buying it, to determine whether the game should be available on publishing like platforms and stuff. So that's just my personal opinion and my idea for it. I know there's going to probably be a lot of developers out there that ain't going to support it, but I'm like, well, then stop releasing unfinished games. Give us products that's, because my thing is, like, imagine if you go to the store, right, and then they're charging you full price for products that's not complete. So they're charging you instead of, like, let's just say, for an example, a loaf of bread costs $20. I know that ain't possible, and I know nobody would do that, but they're charging you $20 for like 3 slices of bread. Like, you gonna really pay for that rather than like a whole like family size of whatever and things? I'm like, no, you ain't gonna do that. You gonna want to get the full product. But they're like, oh, well, it's not finished yet, we're still working on it. It's like, okay, well, don't put it on the shelves then. That's my thing. Don't put it on the shelves if it ain't completed. So I'm like, because that ain't fair to the customer and stuff. So anyways, but yeah, that's what I think that they should do. I know people that's like, oh, we can rely on the. It's kind of like the reviewing system, but I'm like, it just needs to be a stronger reviewing system. So, but anyways, yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully y'all agree on this. But yeah, until then, talk to you guys later. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.